Hi, this is Scott. Welcome back to another Hollinger Team video blog. This video blog is our first quarter waterfront report for the Flathead Valley, and a lot of interesting numbers to share with you in this report as we go through a very strong market and have moved from 2020 to 2021. 2020 was kind of a wild ride, but I think with the numbers you see here, there's a different kind of a wild ride ahead. First off, I'd like to start with just the overall residential and vacant land markets for the first quarter of this year in the Flathead Valley. Right now, there's 277 homes for sale. There's been 632 closings. So a lot of closings there. There's on the compared with last year, 505. So an increase of about 20+% in the number of home sales in the first quarter of the year. There are 506 pending sales. So if you look at the sum of those two, we are almost pushing 1,200 sales, and we've got 277 homes for sale right now. So a lot of demand for homes, incredible demand, and it kind of reflected throughout the whole country. On the vacant land side, 375 listings currently on the market. That's down quite a bit from what we saw last year, and a lot of that was just bought up and reflected in 433 closings so far in the first quarter this year. So, way more closings than we currently have for sale in just the first quarter, and that compares with 169 from last year. So, almost triple last year's sales of vacant land compared to this year, or this year compared to last year. And there's 269 currently pending. So, a huge increase in the vacant land sales. And I think that's because of the housing shortage that people are moving that direction and hoping of getting homes built to meet their needs. Now on to the waterfront properties. First off, we'll start with Whitefish Lake, and I'm just going to do the residential because there really is very, very little, if any, that vacant land that ever comes on the market. There's 5 homes currently on the market. 3 have sold so far this year. That compares with 3 last year, and there's 3 pending sales. So if you take the sales so far this year and the pending, that's an uptick, I think, from last year's numbers as far as the pending and closed in that time period. Now on to Flathead Lake. On Flathead Lake, the numbers are way different than last year as far as number one, how many active sales there are, active properties there are. Right now we've got 18 homes for sale on Flathead Lake. 14 have sold so far this year, and that compares with 7 sales last year. So twice as many sales, and almost, if you count the pending, 9 pending sales were in excess of, in the first quarter, of closed and pending for what there is currently on the market. And of the 14 sold so far this year, 4 of them were our sales. So we had a big slice of the waterfront pie for homes on Flathead Lake. Of the 9 pending, 4 are under $1 million and 5 are over $1 million in price range. So a good activity in the upper price bracket there. On the vacant land side, there's only 6 properties currently for sale on Flathead Lake. We have 3 of those that we're marketing and getting some good activity on those. 2 have sold so far this year, and that's kind of a reflection of just how little's for sale. And that compares with 3 sales last year. So winter is not typically a strong time of year for vacant land sales anyhow. However, 5 pending sales. So again, if we look at the sold of 2 and pending of 5, that's 7, and we've got 6 currently active. We have less than a quarter year of inventory of vacant land for sale. And then the one that always kind of was kind of a steady stream of activity, nothing robust, was the condominiums on Flathead Lake. Right now, there are no condominiums on all of Flathead Lake for sale. No waterfront condominiums at all on the market. There are 5 that have closed this year, and that compares with 10 of last year, which again reflects to how much is currently on the market for sale. And there's 6 pending sales. So everything that came on went right away, and there's nothing there. And of those 6 that are pending, 3 of them are over $1 million. So again, some really strong activity in the upper price range. Now on to Echo, Blaine, Lake of the Woods, and Abbott Lake, and I'll give you those numbers. Echo Lake has 3 active listings, and Lake Blaine has 1 active listing for residential. Nothing on Lake of the Woods or on Abbott Lake. This year there's been no home sales on Echo or any of the other lakes, other than Blaine had 1 sale this year. Interesting, that compares with 0 sales on any of the lakes in the first quarter last year. There are 2 pending sales, 1 on Echo, 1 on Blaine, so some good activity there, but very, very little for sale. On the vacant land side, there's no vacant properties for sale other than 1 on Lake Blaine and 1 on Lake of the Woods. And then making it quick and easy, no sold so far this year compared to no solds last year. 1 pending sale on Echo Lake here, and then not sure when the next pending sale will be, because we just don't have much for sale there right now. Now on to Swan Lake. Swan Lake has had a little bit of sale activity in the first quarter of the year. We have currently 1 home is on the market on Swan Lake. There's been 2 sales in the first quarter of this year compared with 1 sale last year, so still strong activity. No pending sales for homes. On the vacant land side, there's 1 listing. One vacant property is sold. That's one that we did, and that compares with last year where there were no vacant land sales, and there's no pending sales for vacant land on Swan either. On Swan River, there's 1 home for sale on Swan River. No sales so far this quarter, no sales last year, same time, but there are 3 pending sales. So some things have come on and gone pretty quick there, and kind of representative of the pace of activity that we're seeing right now. However, on the vacant land side, there are 4 currently on the market, no sales, no pending, and last year there were no sales during that same time period. Now on to the lakes west of Kalispell. Out west of Kalispell, we don't have very much for sale. On Ashley, Bitterroot, McGregor, all are 1 home each on each of those lakes currently for sale. On Foy's Lake, there's 2. So far this year, there's been 1 sale on Ashley, 2 on Bitterroot, no sales on the other lakes. That compares with last year. There was 1 sale on Ashley, no sales on Bitterroot or McGregor, but there was 1 sale on Foy's Lake. And just to round things out with a big 0, no pending sales on any of those lakes for residential. On the vacant land side, we have a lot of 0s to share with you there. There are 0 properties, vacant properties for sale on any of the lakes west of Kalispell. There's been 2 sales of vacant land, 1 on Ashley and 1 on Bitterroot this year. Compared to last year, there were 2 sales, but it was Bitterroot and Foy's Lake that each had 1 sale there, and there are no pending sales on any of those lakes right now. Hope this was interesting and thought-provoking. If any of you are thinking of selling and taking advantage of a strong market, this is a great time to do it. I don't know how long the run is going to be, but right now prices are very strong and there's a lot of buyer demand. Thank you for viewing. Please subscribe to this, send it on to your friends, and send us questions that you have, and have a wonderful spring coming up.